Hello everybody, this is Michelle from Butterfly Survivors Tribe. How's everybody doing today? I am reporting from beautiful Topanga Canyon area, and this reminds me of a time in my life where my dad got married to my stepmom. So I was about 11 years old, and because she used to live around here, they actually lived in the trailer park just up the street. Her family and then when my dad got married to her, they moved, they lived together. But yeah, this is my old stomping grounds from the time I was a preteen, teenager years and stuff. So I love Topanga Canyon, California area, Woodland Hills. It's very beautiful. So I'm in a little park here just before the windy road really starts down to the beach, and it's very lovely, and it's a beautiful day, not too hot here today. So I thought, what a wonderful place for a video. So this is my 20th video, and I am super happy that I've gotten this far. I didn't know if I was going to be able to share these details about my life as deeply as I have, but I'm very happy if it helps, because I know it helps me, even if it helps just one person out there listening, which I'm sure it helps a lot more of you. I'm really hoping that my videos are something that you can relate to and inspire you to get on your own healing journey, or to move further ahead on your healing journey. To know that you don't have to be ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed. I'm just so happy that I finally found the courage within me to share these difficult memories and my true stories of being a childhood sexual abuse survivor. And I'm happy to say that a lot of the abuse I left in my childhood, because as I got older, I learned, like I said in my last video, how to protect myself, what to do in order to not be a victim anymore of sexual abuse. So basically I pulled two cards today, one tarot card and one oracle reading card. So we've got the Cat's Eye Tarot and the Heal Yourself reading cards. So the cards that I picked today from the tarot and one from the other oracle is the Knight of Pentacles from Cat's Eye Tarot. The Knight of Pentacles is about a long-awaited gift of money. It could be, you could be in a position where you're getting a job offer. You could be in a position where you might be getting a love offer from a certain special someone. But nonetheless, we are in eclipsal season. Eclipse happens 2 times a year, and we are fresh in the middle of eclipse season right now. So that's big endings, new beginnings, huge changes are going on in people's lives. Life changes are going on. So I hope you're able to embrace that and make it work for you. And it's a very interesting time too, being that, it's not hot, it's not cold. We're going to go into a lot of hot, which I really don't like the hot weather. But life is changing, and the more we learn to go along with the flow, the better it is. I'm a little recessed from the road. You could hear some car noise, a little bit of plane stuff here and there, but mostly it's pretty good. So the second card that I pulled is Dreams. So this is a very magical time, and I hope that your dreams come true, whatever they are. New job, new home, dreams of, healing. I hope you're not having nightmares, flashback nightmares. I've had my share of those as well. Gen Xer, grew up with all those scary movies. Oh my God. But I've since learned to calm my nervous system with yoga and, meditation, and just being able to find that peace within is so important. So let's see, I'm a little over 5 minutes right now. Okay. So yeah, this brings me on the memory where basically when I was 12 years old is, like I said, when all the physical abuse, the belting, the backhanding in my face, the groping, all the nasty, disgusting, abuse situations that I was in, basically stopped right around this time in my life. When I'm talking about, early 93, when my grandma passed away. So God rest her soul. She did the best she could, and I really, really miss her. I really miss her. And I miss my mom. My mom was an Aries, my grandma was a Taurus. And it's interesting, my Venus is in Taurus. So it's about feeling grounded, having a loving family, which I was able to accomplish. And I'm just really, really excited about what the future holds for myself and for everyone listening. And it's like I have this empowering story, and I feel like I'm 45 and I feel like unapologetic and just very loving. There's a lot of love coming from my heart and a certain vulnerability that I've never had before. And it's because I'm realizing that I don't have anything to be ashamed for. And I'm sharing my story because I want you to try your best, whether it be through therapy, meditation, anything you can, to get rid of that shame that doesn't belong to you anyway for having been abused. And I'm going to share a little bit more about kind of like going along the way here of my life. I had my stepsister, and she was like teasing her hair and doing stuff. I used to go to the roller rink a whole lot. I would tease my hair and put a little bit of makeup on and do, this kind of stuff. Just mascara, not a whole lot. I wasn't into too much makeup. But when my dad got married to my stepmom, she was all into hair and makeup and getting your makeup done at the mall and all this kind of stuff. So flash forward to when I was 14, she wanted me to become a model. And I think it was because of all the sexual abuse that I'd been through, and I just didn't want to be a model. I wasn't interested in that. And I remember my dad standing up for me, talking to her, saying, no, she doesn't want to do that, then don't make her do that. But I would go and get my makeup done, which taught me a lot about how to get my makeup done, and having pride in my appearance, the way I looked, the way I presented myself. And it was an interesting time where I feel like, I became sort of slowly but surely, I was growing into my adult self at that time. When my grandma died, when I was 12, like I mentioned, almost 13, because my birthday is on April Fool's Day. So, yes, April Fool's, I'm an April Fool's baby. I remember I had started my menstrual cycle just before she passed away, and it was like a passing of the torch, if you will. Like my grandma felt like I was really becoming a woman. I'm sure she didn't want to go. I'm sure that she was afraid, for me and the rest of our family, but I feel like that gave her the extra courage she needed to pass on and go to heaven, because she knew that I was becoming a woman. And that was quite amazing for me, just to have that experience with my grandma. And I remember just, I used to do all the things like dumping her pee, taking care of her, knowing that she was, dying from cancer. I'm sorry if this is difficult for you to hear. Like I say on all my videos, viewer discretion advised, sensitive material. I remember just taking care of her, feeding her before I went off to school, and doing things. And then when she saw that I officially became a woman, I think she was able to let go on another level and to go forth on her journey and move on to heaven. And that was, I remember just crying and crying and crying, but also feeling so happy that she didn't have to be in pain anymore. I didn't hear her doing all the really loud, painful, horrible, moans of the cancer was just killing her from the inside out. And I remember just feeling happy for her that she was not in pain anymore. And I had a pretty difficult time with it for a long time. I'll get into that more my next following videos, but I hope what I have said has helped you all today, and I wish everyone the best. And until next video, take care, everybody. Michelle signing off from Butterfly Survivors Tribe. Bye.